I am pleased to shift focus to members of our campus community whose innovations in meeting the challenges of the moment are nothing short of inspiring. This is a great process. I want to thank the committees who made their recommendations to me. I know that was a lot of work in reviewing nominations. And it was difficult, right, for me to choose nominations for our President's Student Innovation Award this year. And I want to congratulate our student winner. He's with us today, Cameron Bartosiewicz. Please give him a hand. As this year's award recipient, Cameron saw a need in the community and took active steps to address it, beating a new nonprofit 501c3 organization to support LGBTQ plus students called the Youth Pride Association, or YPA. And the YPA works to promote and foster acceptance of the LGBTQ plus community through education, support, and advocacy. And I tell you, if there's one thing we learned through our campus climate survey and all the feedback I've heard from students is that we have a lot of work to do to support LGBTQ students here on campus. So Cameron, thank you for extraordinary work. We are proud to have you in the Dolphin Pod. Come on up. Let me wipe down first.
$1.2 million. That number from the Center for Disease Control Youth Risk Behavior Survey represents the over 40% of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer LGBTQ students who seriously consider suicide each year. Let me add some reference to those numbers. When compared to their heterosexual counterparts, LGBTQ students are 3 times more likely to seriously consider suicide and 5 times more likely to attempt it. I saw these statistics more than a year and a half ago, and I was in disbelief. The more I had researched, the more it became apparent to me that the problem was bigger than I initially thought. It became very clear to me that significant disparities exist in the experience of LGBTQ students. It is undeniable that LGBTQ students are disproportionately affected by depression, anxiety, isolation, harassment, assault, self-harm, homelessness, and substance abuse, and that's just the start. They face these adversities at a significantly higher rate than their heterosexual peers and face these hardships at a critical time in their lives. Even though I had myself experienced much of this malice firsthand, it was absolutely unfathomable to me the sheer difference in the treatment of LGBTQ students in our schools. Our schools are meant to be a safe environment for all students to succeed in, or so I had thought. It is not just a few cases of violence or harassment, this is a full-blown epidemic of hate. Hate that has been permitted to persist in our schools for far too long. I knew something had to change, and this is where my work began. Across all my research and conversations with community leaders, it became evident to me that a strong correlation exists between an accepting school climate and a significant reduction in both the adversities LGBTQ students face and the long-term effects they had on LGBTQ students. It is my belief, and the predominant understanding across several academic disciplines, that providing a safe and supportive environment for LGBTQ students will mitigate most, if not all, of these disparities. This theory is what set the foundation for the successful development and implementation of this innovative program. The Acceptance Week program is a program implemented into local high schools to provide a positive and affirming environment for LGBTQ students. Through our unique approach to providing education and support for students, we have been able to ensure the potential for the long-term positive impact. The foundation for this program is what we call a peer advocate, an individual who is tasked with presenting a balanced, evidence-based talk to students on a variety of relevant topics. They offer their first-hand experiences being LGBTQ, support students one-on-one if necessary, and can relate to students in a way school administrators often cannot. As a cornerstone for any campus culture is its social clubs. One of our first steps in implementing this program is day one collaborations with existing clubs and organizations already on school campuses. Student involvement is critical in reinforcing the overall positive impact this program can have, as this program simply would not be successful without the engagement of the students it aims to serve. Another core aspect of this program is collaborations with existing school resources, which are critical to the long-term success of this program. The peer advocate works with school counselors, teachers, administrators to develop a comprehensive crisis plan specific to the school to help support students who are at risk or in need of additional support. Furthermore, the peer advocate will work with school resources to ensure existing resources are providing LGBTQ students with adequate support. Through this program's ability to foster a supportive and affirming environment, the success of all students can be ensured no matter their sexual orientation or gender identity. It became very evident early on in developing this program that the only feasible path to achieving and maintaining the long-term success of this program was through a nonprofit organization. I founded the Youth Pride Association, a 501c3 nonprofit organization with the express purpose of promoting an environment in educational institutions that accepts and supports LGBTQ students. This organization has been key in the successful implementation of this program. We have not only been able to fully fund these programs at no additional cost to schools, we have been able to ensure the longevity of this program and any subsequent supporting program. Although this program has had its fair share of obstacles, as I am sure we have all had in the past year and a half, I am proud to say that Royal High School in Simi Valley has committed to bringing this program to their school this academic year. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Richard Yao and CSU Channel Islands for this award and this opportunity to speak about this program. I would also like to thank my team for their dedication to this issue and to this program. Without them, none of this would have been possible. I will leave you with this. We must not fall complacent when faced with such injustices. This epidemic of hate-fueled discrimination and violence against LGBTQ individuals has no place in our society. It is our duty as individuals and members of our community to confront hate when and where we see it. Thank you.